Quite the stir at a Grand Rapids polling place today. A man brought a gun with him to cast his ballot. Only problem, his polling place is also a school, and that's a no-go. 24-hour News 8 Steve Kelso's live at Aberdeen Elementary School with the story. Steve?
Yeah, interesting story tonight, Brian. Nicholas Lumen tells me he wasn't intending to make any kind of a statement when he walked in here to Aberdeen School to vote today at about noon, strapping a pistol on his side in full view. He says there's a provision in the state's concealed pistol law that not only allows the open carry of the weapon, but he says it actually obliges it, that it would be a felony if he were carrying it concealed. He was stopped in the halls and he was questioned by police, but he was not arrested. Grand Rapids Public Schools says he was cooperative and that he never made a threat. The two sides differ on a couple of points. Lumen says he left the school immediately after voting, but the school district says that he took a different route, a longer route out of the school. They also differ on their opinion of the law.
When the concealed weapons law was passed, there was a very clear exemption put in there that said there shall not be weapons in schools. I think it said churches, bars. There was a few other items.
The statute goes on further to say that with the concealed pistol license, a person can open carry in those pistol-free zones, including public schools, so long as they don't say on the doors, no guns.
Grand Rapids Public Schools says now they actually are considering whether they need to hang some signs on the doors that say no guns allowed. It is against Grand Rapids Public School policy to have any kind of a weapon in any one of their schools. I asked Nicholas Lumen this afternoon about the timing of this issue. As you know, yesterday 3 children were gunned down in a school shooting, murdered in a school shooting in Ohio. And he said, quote, "I understand their concern. However, the law does not provide for their concern to make something illegal. He feels his civil liberties were actually violated. He says he hasn't contacted an attorney yet, but the Grand Rapids Police Department has. They've talked with the prosecutor, and we'll be following this case to see what charges, if any, are coming." Live in Grand Rapids, Steve Kelso, 24-hour News 8.